Well, my name is Forrest Dudley, and my age is 72 now. I grew up right here in town, of West Enfield. When I was 9 or 10 years old, I knew the difference between every tree in the Maine woods and how strong the lumber was, or whether it was hardwood or softwood, or had any color in it for being pretty in something. So I went on to doing woodwork, canoes, and then baskets, then rocking chairs, and then tables. What I do is a hobby. If it was a business, it wouldn't be fun anymore. When I first started doing hobbies, the canoes was probably the big first thing. And I didn't buy the cedar, or I didn't buy nothing. I went in the woods and cut the cedar trees and went to a sawmill and had them sawed into boards and then made them into material for canoes. I had a guy help me build the first one that had worked at it all of his life for Old Town Canoe. Then after I made 2 or 3, I started adding woods, different woods to them to make them prettier from the inside. But it was hard to sell them because you're talking a big ticket item for dollars compared to a basket or a rocking chair or even a butcher block table, when you get the material for nothing and just have your time in it. I probably wouldn't build all these tables and stuff that I've been doing lately if I had to go buy the woods, you know, to produce them. It wouldn't be worth my while. Once I started making the baskets, the canoe production stopped because I couldn't get interested in going back to the canoe thing. I had been making canoes 6 or 8 years before I made my first basket. Oh, it was something I always wanted to do when I'd see the Indians making baskets and stuff. And I said, I'd like to do that someday, and one day it occurred. Yeah, there was a guy in Passadumkeag. We always called him One Eye. And I'd known him a long time, and all of a sudden he showed up at my business one day when I had time to talk to him for a minute, and he said, come on down and see what I do. And I went down for an hour and a half and come home and went at it. And that was the lessons I had. The work I do, I guess the baskets is the important thing as far as carrying it on in the family or somebody trying to at least know how to do it. I always wanted to videotape step 1 to the end of what you do to make a basket. And step 1 would be go in the woods and find a tree that you use. The most of the work is getting the product, not making the basket. The basket's nothing to it. Well, I ain't gonna brag. I describe myself as a boring old man who finds satisfaction in doing hobbies and making things with wood. It's really hard to say what really inspired me. I would have to do a project at the house, and I'd look at it, and I guess I always felt if I was going to do an improvement in the house or on the house or in the yard, that I had to do it myself. And it was more pleasing to do something, get the finished product, and look at it and say, I did that.